Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am? How are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
Good, ma'am. I'm fine.
Yes. So preparing for your half-yearly exams?
Yes, ma'am. Revision started.
Revision started. Okay. So best utilize your time during the weekend. Okay.
Ma'am, it's also a long weekend.
You have a long weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Today was holiday.
Yes, ma'am.
Second Saturday. You get second Saturday holiday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you should practice. Okay. Make best use of the time. Okay. Shall we continue with the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
We were doing elementary shapes. So did you revise some of that? Some exercises I had given you to revise?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, this is the chapter. We were doing exercise 5.2. I think that was over, no? 5.2 was almost over. We did these direction sums, no? Okay. Now next is which part? Question number 4. See children, we had done till question number 3. Now this is question number 4. What part of a revolution have you turned through if you stand facing? Now, which side will you face? If you stand facing east and turn clockwise to face north. Understand the question here? Hello?
Ma'am, 3/4.
So, if you stand facing east, so now suppose you're facing east and you turn clockwise to face north. So that means how much revolution are you doing?
3/4, ma'am.
3/4. Let others also answer. Yes, Adya, you understood how 3/4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Trilokya.
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay. Now see, next is south. You are facing south and you turn clockwise to face east.
Ma'am, 3/4.
You
Ma'am,
are
3/4.
you are facing south and you turn clockwise to face east. Now east is first you will from south you will reach west first, then north, then east. So that's 3/4. Okay, getting children?
Ma'am, from one side to another, it's 1/4. So we did 3 turns. So it's 3/4.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So C part. See, now you are facing west and you turn clockwise to face east. This is the west and you face clockwise. You turn clockwise to face east.
Ma'am, 1/2.
Ma'am,
Yes.
1/2. 1/2, ma'am.
Yes.
1/2.
Uh, because east is exactly opposite to west. Yes. Okay. Now find the number of right angles turned through by the hour hand of a clock when it goes from 3 to 6. You have to
Ma'am, 1 right
Ma'am,
angle.
1.
how many right angles? Okay, you have to find. So that's
Ma'am, 1.
three. Yes.
1.
This is 3. From 3 to 6, it is 1 right angle. Okay, suppose if the clock is like this. Suppose if the clock is like this. Okay, from 3, it's like this. Okay, this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So 3 to 6 is 1 right angle. Okay, if you are moving from 2 to 8, How many right angles it is? 2 to 8.
Ma'am, 2 right angles.
2 to 8. So that is 2 right angles. Right?
2 right angles.
Yes, 1 right angle is 15 minutes, you can see. Okay?
Ma'am, 3 hours.
Yes.
Ma'am, 1 right angle is 3 hours here.
Yep.
3 hours. I'm just taking in minutes, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's 3 hours only. If you are taking in hours, that's 3 hours. Okay. From 5 to 11,
Ma'am, 2 right angles.
2 right angles.
Ma'am, 2. 2, ma'am. Open.
Okay, now see, I'll ask each one of you. It's not, I cannot make out who's answering and who's not. I'll just take your name and then only you have to answer. Okay? You wait for your turn. One by one, I'll answer. Now 10 to 1. 10 to 1. Neha. How many right angles?
Ma'am, 2.
From 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. How many right angles?
Ma'am, that's 1.
1 right angle. Good. Trilokya. From 12 to 9. How many right angles? This is 12 and you're moving clockwise till 9.
3 right angles.
3 right angles. From 12 to 6. Harshit, how many right angles?
Ma'am, 2.
2 right angles. Okay, good. Okay, there's another question here. How many right angles do you make if you start facing south and you turn clockwise to west? How many right angles do you make? Okay, so the directions are here: north, south, east, west, and the clock timings are here. So how many right angles do you make if you start facing south and you turn clockwise to west? So how many right angles?
Ma'am, 1.
Ma'am, can I see?
Yes,
Ma'am, 1 right angle.
Ma'am, 1.
south to west.
Ma'am, 1. 1, ma'am.
Okay, and wait for your turn. Okay, north, you're facing north and you turn anti-clockwise to east. This is the north and you turn anti-clockwise like this to east. Neha.
Ma'am, 3.
Now Trilokya. West and you turn to west.
Ma'am, 4, ma'am.
4 right angles. That means you take a complete circle and then only you come back at the same position, no? Okay. Next, Adya. South, south and you turn to north. You are facing south and you turn towards north. How many right
Ma'am.
angles have you covered?
2, ma'am.
2. Okay. Next is, where will the hour hand of the clock stop if it starts from 6 and turn through one right angle? Now our hand of the clock is starting from 6. It will take one right angle and where will it stop?
Ma'am, can I say?
Harshit.
Ma'am, 9.
Wait,
Ma'am, 9.
asking Harshit. Yes, Harshit.
Ma'am, 9.
Okay. From 8 and turns through 2 right angles. If you are starting from 8 and you turn through 2 right angles, where will you be then?
Ma'am, 2.
Adya, tell me, where will you be?
Ma'am, 2. Ma'am, 2.
Okay. Why Harshit is giving all the answers? Harshit, I've told you to wait. Yes, I'm asking turn wise, no? Okay. Now next is, if you start from 10 and turn through 3 right angles. Trilokya,
Ma'am, 7.
7. Okay, Neha. When you start from 7 and turn through 2 straight angles. Yes, Neha?
Ma'am, 7.
7. 2 straight angles means 360 degree. Complete circles. You will come back at the same place.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you're not looking at the answers which are written there.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, now see, we are talking, this is about angles now. You all know angles between 0 to 90 are all acute angles.
Yes.
Between 90 and 180 are obtuse angles. And 180-degree angle is straight angle. Angles greater than 180 and between 360 are all reflex angles. And the complete 360-degree is the complete angle, right? Okay, now straight angle. So this is just match the following. Although you know all this is just a match. Now straight angle is just go through these options and where will you match it with? Straight angle is half of a revolution.
Ma'am, C.
Yes, half of a revolution.
Ma'am, C. Ma'am, C.
Right angle is
Ma'am, it's 1/4 of a revolution.
Ma'am, D.
Ma'am, 1/4 of a revolution.
acute angle is
Ma'am, more than a
less
ma'am,
than 1/4 of a revolution.
less than 1/4 of a revolution.
More than 1/4, less than 1/4.
Less than 1/4. Less than 1/4, ma'am.
Obtuse angle is obtuse angle.
Between 1/4 than
Ma'am, ma'am,
between 1/4 and 1/2 of revolution.
Yes.
ma'am,
And
E1.
and reflex angle is
E, ma'am.
Ma'am, more.
revolution. This one, more than half, no? More than 180 degrees. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now Neha.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, what happened?
ma'am, nothing, ma'am. Ma'am, nothing.
Okay.
Ma'am, the A bit is an acute angle because it's less than 90 degrees.
Okay, very nice. Okay, this is, you said acute. Okay, what is this angle? F part. What angles are these? Neha.
These are acute angles.
These are acute angles. Okay. Trilokya. Trilokya, what angle is this? B part.
Ma'am, obtuse angle?
Obtuse angle. Okay, what angle is this? C.
Ma'am, right angle.
Right angle. What angle is this? D. Yes, Trilokya, what angle is this?
Ma'am, D bit?
Yes.
Ma'am, reflex angle.
Okay, what is this?
Straight angle.
Okay. Good. Okay, now everyone in your notebook, we all have a protector.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you will make an angle. Now do the construction in your notebook. Make angle of 60 degrees. Make angle of 120 degrees. Do it now. Take your notebook, take a protector, pencil scale, and make these angles, okay? 60 degree, 120 degrees. And you'll be showing me on the screen now. Hurry up, everyone. Why the videos are off? Turn on your videos, please. Everyone has to turn on the video and keep it on. Quickly make these angles. 60 degree and 120 degrees.
Ma'am, what degrees, ma'am?
60 degree and 120 degree. It's written here. I've written it here. 60 degree, 120 degrees. Do you know how to construct angle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Abhya, do you know?
Ma'am, I know, ma'am.
Yes. And Trilokya?
Yes, ma'am, I know how to.
Done? Done, children? Hurry up.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Show me on the screen. Turn on your video. Show me.
Ma'am, I
Yes.
don't have a protractor, ma'am.
How did you do that? Yes,
Ma'am, I
Neha.
lost it, ma'am. I can't find it. I have found it now, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, keep it down, Trilokya, Neha. Good, beta. Yes. Harshit, Bhavesh.
Ma'am, ma'am, I'm showing.
Ma'am, I've done it, but my camera is not working. Should I send it in the WhatsApp?
Okay. Okay, Bhavesh. Good. That's good. And you should always name the angles, okay? A, B, C, whatever.
Ma'am, should I send it in WhatsApp
Okay.
after the class?
Okay, okay, beta. Now see, children, what is the measure of a right angle? Yes, good, Bhavesh.
Ma'am, Ma'am, 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Okay. Straight angle,
Ma'am, 180 degrees.
180 degrees. The,
Ma'am,
me-
180 degrees.
the measure of an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Adya, is it correct?
True, ma'am.
No?
True, ma'am. True.
True, true. Okay, Trilokya, the measure of reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it says lesser than 90 degrees.
The measure of a reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees. Is it true or false?
Ma'am, true, ma'am.
Yes?
True, ma'am. True.
True. Okay. What are you saying, Neha?
Ma'am, in the B bit, it says lesser than 90 degrees.
No, I didn't ask the B bit. I'm just taking. Okay, we'll take it quickly. We will not take up each and every question. Okay, the chapter is a lengthy one, so we'll take all the things. Okay, now if measure of angle A is 53 degree, measure of angle B is 35. See, when it is written M angle B, that means measure of angle B. Then measure of angle A is greater than measure of angle B. Yes, you can say that. Measure of angle A is 53 and this is 35. So definitely this is greater.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay. So let's move to next part. These are find the angle measures. So we have already discussed about the angles. Okay. So I'm moving ahead. Actually, I want to revise the polygon part with you. So let's do the polygon part first. Okay, now see, let's speak about the lines. How are the lines? See, children, what are parallel lines? You know what are parallel lines?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we can see this.
Ma'am, they never meet each other.
The parallel lines never meet each other and the distance between them is equal everywhere. Now you
Ma'am,
can
in
see
between of them.
Ma'am, for example, railway tracks.
railway track. And here also on the screen, you can see these two lines are here. Can you see these two black lines here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am.
So they have equal distance everywhere. So I can call it a parallel line. Yes.
Yes,
So that means
Yes.
parallel lines never
Yes,
meet.
ma'am.
And the distance between them at every point is same. Okay. And what is perpendicular line? If I
Perpendicular lines are lines which intersect each other.
which intersect each other and makes an angle of 90 degrees. Now suppose this I have this horizontal line and I take another vertical line, straight line which intersects this line, vertical line is cutting this horizontal line and making an angle of 90 degree here. So that line is called for that when it makes 90 degrees, that time we call them as perpendicular lines. Okay. Got it? See, the line can intersect like this also, making acute angle here and obtuse angle here. So this is not perpendicular. Okay? You call it perpendicular only when it is making 90 degree angle. So whenever two lines are there, whenever two lines intersect each other at an angle of 90 degrees. Right? Otherwise, they are just intersecting lines. If we make like this,
Ma'am, I didn't understand, ma'am. Can you explain it again?
see when two lines intersect and they make an angle of 90 degree between them, then we call it perpendicular lines. Okay? Okay, Adya?
Okay, ma'am.
Understood this much? When the two lines intersect and they make 90 degree angle between them. So that's perpendicular line.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, that's it. Okay, now classification of triangles. Now see, we have so many different, see triangles can be classified on the basis of their lines or on their sides also.
The sides and angles, right?
They can be classified on the basis of angles also. Okay, now Let's take a quick recap of that. Okay, now see, when we speak about, let's see the first classification based on angles. Now, when you have a triangle like this, when it is making 190-degree angle here, what do we
It's
call
called right angled triangle.
Ma'am, right angle triangle,
it?
ma'am.
The angle which is making at least 190-degree angle is called right angle triangle.
Right angle.
Okay. Okay, now suppose if you have a triangle like this, which is making an obtuse angle here, at least
Ma'am,
in triangle,
obtuse
wait,
angled.
Triangle.
wait, let me give chance to others also. Whenever there is at least one obtuse angle is here, we call that type of triangle and Trilokya, what do we call that type of triangle?
Ma'am, obtuse angle
Yes, we call them obtuse angled triangle. Okay, obtuse angled. There is at least one obtuse angle. Okay, obtuse angled triangle. And when in a triangle, when all the three angles are acute angles, what do we call that type of triangle? Adya?
Ma'am, acute angle.
Yes, we call them as acute angled triangle. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
okay. And suppose there is a triangle. Okay, this was acute right angle triangle, obtuse angle, acute angle. Now classification on the basis of their sides. Now suppose if I have this as a triangle whose all sides are equal. Neha, what will I call that triangle?
Ma'am, equilateral triangle.
It's very nice. That is equilateral triangle. Okay. That means all the sides. Lateral means sides. Equilateral triangle. Now suppose if I have a triangle like this whose two sides are equal and third side is different. What do I call this type of triangle? Harshit will tell me.
Ma'am, isosceles triangle.
Yes, that's isosceles triangle. Right? Okay. Now Bhavesh. If I have a triangle like this in which all the three sides are different, what do I call this type of triangle?
Ma'am, scalene triangle.
That's scaling triangle. Okay. Okay. So you learn on this. So this was on the basis of their sides. We spoke about the sides of the triangle, and here we spoke about the angles between the triangle. Right? So on the basis of their angles also we can classify a triangle, and on the basis of the sides also we can. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm coming to the quadrilateral part now. Okay, children, for your Sunday test, which will be live from 5 o'clock now, it's live now. So you have the mensuration chapter in that, okay? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have just recently done the mensuration. So please revise your mensuration part and then attempt the test. Okay? It's an objective test this time. Okay, now coming to the polygons. So before we move to the exercise, let me first explain you what are polygons, what are quadrilaterals. See, polygon is that shape. Polygon is
Ma'am,
a, yes,
ma'am, where is this mensuration chapter? Where is the mensuration chapter?
where is the mensuration chapter?
Ma'am, I think I did not attend the chapter when you are explaining it.
Ma'am, me too.
Who me? Who said me?
Ma'am, Ajay.
Why Adya? You were present for all the classes. Mensuration. Did we do area and perimeter?
Oh, ma'am.
That's mensuration only. Bhavesh, you must have missed the classes because You were not attending the
Ma'am,
class.
I missed most of the classes.
So you can go through the previous videos, Richard.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
I think you were having your model exams. No, maybe. So you were absent for most of those classes, I know. You can go through the previous videos, okay? We learned about area and perimeter of rectangles, squares, and how to apply them, the applications in different kinds of statement sums. Okay, so go through the videos. If you have still any difficulty, then tell me, we'll revise the chapter again.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now see here, children. See, when we speak about polygons, polygons are those closed figures which are made with line segments. See, closed figure is what? Whose endpoint and starting point and endpoint meet. That type of figures are called closed figures. Is it? If I have something like this open, this is open figure.
Yes, ma'am.
But when the starting and end point meet, we call them as closed
Closed.
figures. Okay, so these are closed figures. This is open. But these are not polygons. These are curved figures. Yes, these are all curved shapes. No, these are all curves. But what is a polygon now? Polygon is a closed figure which is made with line segments. Line segment, a straight line. Like suppose if I make a triangle like this is closed from all sides. Yes, and it has line segments
Yes, ma'am.
also. It is closed from all sides. It has line segments. So this is a polygon. Okay, it is a polygon with three sides, right? Now, if I take a square shape, now this is also closed. So that means this is a polygon with
Yes.
four sides, right? Same way I can have
Yes.
a four-sided rectangle also. I can have a four-sided parallelogram also. It's closed from all sides. I can have a trapezium also, a four-sided figure trapezium. Yes, I can have a rhombus also whose all sides are equal. Okay, but angles are not 90 degree as like a square, right? I can have so many figures, no? The square, I've got the square, I've got a rectangle, I've got a trapezium, I've got a parallelogram, I've got a rhombus, right? So these are all four-sided figures. So these are all polygons. So polygons are those shapes which are made with line segment, closed figures which are made with line segment. Now, five-sided figure, if I want to take like this, so that is this, we call it pentagon, right? If I have to have a six-sided figure, that is hexagon. Okay, a seven-sided figure is heptagon. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then eight-sided is octagon. Like this, we can have n number of sides. Okay, so you understood what are polygons? Okay, now specifically when I talk about, see in four-sided shapes, I spoke about so many shapes. So all these shapes which has four sides, a polygon with four sides is called a quadrilateral. Okay, we call it quadrilateral. Quad means four. Lateral means sides. Quadrilateral. A square is a quadrilateral. Rectangle is a quadrilateral. Trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus. You have a kite shape also. That is also a quadrilateral. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are all quadrilateral. Especially the four-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral. Okay. So let's go through the properties of these quadrilaterals quickly. The time is over. Okay, now see, the triangle has three sides, number of sides are three. Quadrilateral is a four-sided figure, pentagon, hexagon, octagon is eight-sided. There is a seven-sided figure also, which is heptagon. Okay, right? And this is what I have shown you here, this part which I have shown you here, n into n minus 3 by 2. This is, I have explained you, how do you find the diagonals? Suppose whatever shape you have, like this, a square, how do you find how many diagonals it has? Okay, so to find the diagonals, we take the help of this formula, n into n minus 3 by 2, where n is the number of sides. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
n is the number of sides. Okay. So suppose if you have a six-sided figure like this, children, suppose this is a hexagon, you have number of sides is 6. So when you apply this formula, n into n minus 3 by 2. So n is 6. So in place of n, you will write 6. 6 into 6 minus 3 divided by 2. So 6 minus 6 is 3. Okay, and 6 into 3 is 18 by 2, which is 9. So that means a hexagon can have 9 diagonals. You know what are diagonals? Like this, like this. Okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this was about polygons. Now then we have a three-dimensional shapes. Now in three-dimensional shapes, you have learnt about sphere, like a ball. You all must have seen a ball, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is the shape of a cone, like a birthday cap you have seen.
Yes.
The cylinder, a
Cylinder.
cylindrical shape. Okay? Like
Okay.
suppose you have a pen, pencil, that's a cylindrical shape, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many edges, how many faces it has? Okay? So suppose I'm just taking suppose if you speak about a cue ball, you must have seen a shoe box. So how many sides it has, how many edges it has. Edges means these sides, the corner sides. This, okay? These are the edges. Okay, and when you speak,
Ma'am, this?
yes, your pencil box. Okay, these are the, this is the face, one face, this is another face, another face. So you have like this, 6 faces and 8 edges, and how many vertices? These are the vertices, this corners, this points. These are the vertices. So 4 on the top side and 4 on the bottom side. Okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this was just a quick recap of these. Okay. This chapter is lengthy. We might continue in the next class also. Okay, children. So let's wind up here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Okay, okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Bye, beta.